Hello friends, welcome to my next video which is about reading skills. Many of us have cultivated their reading habits because it has a lot of benefits. It gives multi-knowledge at one time, whether it is in vocabulary, in spelling, in grammatical errors, or in formulation of the sentences. Those who read, they only knows its benefits. It is also scientific, it relieves stress, it stimulate our brain, and also a sign of relief. Why boredom takes place when it comes to reading? Have you thought about this? Might be no. Why? Because you don't have a purpose. Now, how many have made a resolution to read a book, and how much? Some complete a full book in a day or in a month, because they do it with a purpose. Example, how some like watching movies, they go to watch. Why? Because it interests them. Reading and writing goes simultaneously. Why do we read? For our knowledge, purpose. To start also, we need to read something and then make a decision, right? So reading is our first activity in our daily life. It changes your personality. Since this video is an exercise-based video, so how many of you have reading habits? And how much are you serious about increasing your reading habits? If you will practice my every activity, you will develop serious reading habits. Okay. So let's start with our first task, which is reading the short stories. This is short and gives a very interesting message, and create a misunderstanding. So pause the video, and read the story. In this, I have explained one kind of behavior which is frustration. So according to you, is the man frustrated with these people? And answer all questions given. Now we'll move to our next task, which is read the story and answer the questions. It is a very interesting long story, but with simple words, so pause the video and cultivate your reading habits. Now we'll move to our third task, which is comparing the differentiation. There is two different stories. Now your next task is to compare the two stories, and make out the differences, how the story teaches you. I would like you to see how different things have different perspectives, and how they acted according to others' perspectives. These are the two life skills that they teach us also. After reading, answer the questions below. Now the next task is poetry reading. Read the poem, understand, and write the answer. Some additional task. What more you can add to this? The next task, which is fifth, from this conversation you have to identify which is the open-ended and close-ended questions. The scenario is, first round of interview is going on. This is the conversation between the interviewer and the interviewee. Read this dialogue and understand what is going wrong, where the interviewee is trying to close the question fast. You also have to identify the possibility where they can be open-ended, or where they can be close-ended questions. Where should be the right questions, and where should be the right answer to give. Is the conversation going too long purposely, or interviewee don't want to answer in detail? Need to identify that. Now we'll move to our sixth task, which is identifying mistake. There is a lot of spelling, grammatical mistake in the sentences. Also there are no format of comma, semicolon, full stop, or capitalization. You have to make a perfect paragraph. If you find you can even change the formation of the sentences. Now we'll move to our next task, which is reading assignments. You have to read a book, and from that book you have to catch 4 different criteria, which are the character, situation, task done, and result. You have to make 4 different columns. You have to pick up the main character. It can be anything, not compulsory. It can be a person, it can be any object also. Then situation is what the character has done in that situation. You have to write in next column. The situation means a present condition. Now the third column, which is a task done. In this, how they have, or what they have done. In that situation you will write that, and the last one is the result. What was the result you will write in fourth column. Now for example, I read a book, in which the character is a boy. He was in a trouble and he did 3 types of solutions to overcome his problem, and then he got relief and he was happy. Now the character is the boy, trouble is the situation, the task done is the 3 different solutions, and result, what was the end result. With this, you have to read the whole book. Now the next task, which is 8th, that is cause and effect collection. In this task, cause means the reason. For example, what is the reason for the cause? They must always have the cause, or reason, for something to happen, so you have to catch those causes, and the reason behind each situation. You can even say the present condition. It can be anything good or bad, doesn't matter. Now comes the effect. The effect is the end result of what it happens after the present condition. You can even say as the final result you have to catch all the effects from the given paragraph. For example, in this sentence, because of opportunities, the young generation is moving to the bigger city. So, over here, the cause is an opportunity and the effect is the young generation moving to bigger city. Now we'll move to our next task. You will have to fill up the gap in the sentence from the given word list. In the next slides, there is the word list. Write the most appropriate word and complete the paragraph. Now we'll move to our 10th task, which is phrases writing. From this, you have to write all lists of phrases. Phrases mean group of sentences which is related to that particular word. List of words is given in the next slides. So read and write. Now we'll move to our bonus task, which is finding synonyms. Synonyms mean words having same meaning. You have to write 3 different synonyms words of each underlined word. For example, synonyms of the word confidence is trust, belief, faith. Now from the next paragraph you have to write antonyms. Antonyms mean opposite words. You have to write 3 different antonyms words for each underlined word. So for example, antonyms of the word confidence is distrust, doubt, fear. So, this was the reading task video. I hope it will create a great impact on you and you will practice. Stay updated and connected for more such educational videos. Thank you and all the best.